Well, here we are, 46 league games, a playoff, two-legged semi-final, and we're finally here for the season finale. It's the richest game in football. It's time for the playoff final. McNair, this is good build-up play. Paddy McNair, what a cross. Apparently it was blocked by Miyoshi. Initial bit of pressure, but we're here again. Another in-swinger, Paddy McNair. Plays it in a towel and had it saved. Oh, what a chance. What a chance. Lenihan heads it straight to John Ruddy, and the rebound he doesn't quite get hold of either. But I don't want to rue these missed chances. Bangura. It's in. It's off the bar. How has that not gone in? Isaiah Jones has headed the ball. Oh, it's hit the bar. It's hit the bar. But it didn't cross the line. Oh, Dembele's in behind here. Dembele squares it. It's in the box, and Shaw Tyre gives Birmingham the lead. I knew it. I just knew it. We'd had shots on goal. We'd had it off the bar. It bounced on the goal line. And Birmingham's first highlight results in a goal. He's got the entire left-hand side. He's kept going. McGree doesn't get the tackle. Oh, that could be it. Fry wins it, and that's the whistle. Birmingham City are promoted to the Premier League. Shame it didn't end the way we wanted it to, but yeah, we had a really good ride nevertheless, and we will be back in a few days' time. Take care, guys. See you all next time. Up the Boro. Here we are, guys, the final episode of Season 2, and just like the end of Season 1, it's finishing with a playoff final. Last season, we didn't get the job done. The question is today the day we finally reach the Premier League?
The Uruguayan curls one in. Oh, Middlesbrough take the lead!
What is up, guys? Matthew here. Here we are. It's time. Once again, we're here to finish it all with the playoff final. It's Boro against Nottingham Forest for a place in the Premier League, the richest game in football, the biggest prize at stake, and a chance for us to once again get into the Premier League. We got to this point last season, as you guys well know, lost to Birmingham in the final, and they got promoted to the Premier League. It is worth noting they got promoted to the Premier League and they went and finished bottom. They're relegated on a terrible tally of 17 points. Fulham and Burnley are coming back down. And the other promoted sides, Norwich just stayed up. I think Norwich went up last season. And Leeds, I believe, went up as well. Or were they the season before? No, they can't have been. So I think Leeds and Norwich were the two who come up with us and have managed to stay up, which is a wonderful achievement for them. Of course, Birmingham got relegated bottom as they were kind of expected to finish, with Liverpool winning the Premier League as well. That's interesting. But we'll review everything at the end of the episode, or going into the next one, depending on what happens, because, of course, if we do go all the way, of course we're going to be doing another season to try and keep Boro in the Premier League. But if we lose back-to-back playoff finals, I mean, I don't know how the hell I'm going to ever recover from that, if I'm honest. We've certainly took steps forward this season compared to last season, because, of course, last season we snuck in at the playoffs on the final day, I believe, in 6th, and made the final lost. This season we were in 2nd for large parts and didn't quite make it. As you guys know, these are the past positions of the Boro throughout the season. Started well. The lowest we've been all season is 7th, which is crazy, and we were top for a period. 2nd for large parts, but we finished very much in 4th place. So, there is no other words to be said other than it is time, once again, to play the playoff final. We beat Norwich at home. They beat us in their game at home. There's not much to separate the two sides other than Forest are a side with incredible talent. So we'll see if we can get past them on the biggest stage of them all. Let's get the team ready for the playoff final. So here's the team then for the playoff final, and we had so many niggly injuries in the lead up to this game. Like every day I was getting an email to say so-and-so injured, tight groin, tight calf, tight this, tight that. I was like, oh my word. So there are a few players who aren't 100% annoyingly enough. De Jong is in goal. We're having to start Rav Vandenberg on the right of a full back four, which isn't my ideal scenario, but Nathan Ferguson isn't anywhere near fully fit. Obviously he suffered an injury, and as we know, Arroyo is out completely. McKenna is having to start because, simply put, I feel like he has to, and Rav has to play on the right. So the only other option is we swap him out for Lenihan and we put Matt Clark in there, but his match sharpness and morale is really low, so I don't want to quite do that for a game of this magnitude. Ryan Manning's on the left, and then we're going to stick with the same team, the same midfield three who bossed the game against West Brom: Doyle, McGree and Hackney. Palistri's on the right, Bangura's on the left because Isaiah Jones... yeah, the man who got us here, the man who got the brace in the playoff semi-final, twisted his ankle and is out for the season. Gutted for him, absolutely gutted for him. He would have been the in-form player. He's the man who got the goals, who got us here, and he's going to miss out, which is devastating. But Isaiah Jones picked up an injury and is out, so Palistri will take his place on the right, Bangura on the left, and Anthony Martial up front in what could be his final game for the club. Of course, we've got a £19 million non-promotion release clause in his contract, which means I'd be surprised if that wasn't triggered if we don't win this game. But on the bench we've got Solbrin, a patched up Lucas Engel, Dyke Steele, a patched up Nathan Ferguson, Barlaser, O'Brien, Force, Rogers and Latte Lath. In fact, we haven't got a centre-back, so I'm going to need a centre-back. We're going to drop Matt Clark on the bench. And that's it. In terms of tactics, we're going to go balanced. Again, a bit like the first leg and the second leg. We're going to go balanced to see how we settle, how things go, but we are going to trap them on the inside because they just play with inverted wingers and inverted fullbacks. They want to come in all the time, so I'm hoping we can trap them there and cause them damage. But here we go. This is it. This is it. We're here at Wembley once again for the big one. The playoff final, and we're in our away kit, weirdly. Don't know how that's happened, but let's not mention what's at stake. Let's just say we're on a good run. Let's keep it going. It's another game, and we just need to replicate what we did against West Brom, and we will be there. Have your team been able to make this place such a fortress? What, Wembley? I don't know about that, Michael. I mean, I wouldn't say Wembley's a fortress for Boro at all. That's a glitch, clearly, with us being at home. I mean, it's a chance to praise the fans, I guess, but Wembley is not a fortress for Boro. Let me tell you that. Yeah, goals is our richest commodity. Oh, here we go then. I'm so nervous. I am so nervous because obviously last season Birmingham beat us 2-1, and in that game we battered them, but we hit the bar, we had one off the line, we had so many chances we missed. They nicked a goal at the end of the first half, as you guys know, and oh my god, we're in Bangura. Bangura to Manning. McGree! Oh, what a save! What a save by the Forest keeper. But yeah, last season in this very game, of course, we didn't take our chances. Birmingham took both of theirs. It was tough, but it was a lesson in taking your chances, and I hope we're not going to suffer the same thing again. Let's take our chance. Let's score first, boys. That would be great. Palestri now back to Hackney. Doyle. Here's McGree. Is there a through ball on for him? Not quite. Tommy Doyle now. Is he going to keep going forwards? No, he's gone backwards to Bangura. Bangura into Hackney. Martial's in. Martial scores! He's onside! He's onside! And we lead in the playoff final. Oh my god. We're ahead in the playoff final after only 4 minutes. What a start it has been from us. Hackney with a great ball in, and there he is, the man of the moment, Anthony Martial. His 30th goal of the season. And I thought he might have flopped after his early few performances, and then something changed, and he's been immense. For a free transfer as well, fantastic. Here's Vandenberg into Martial. I thought that's a penalty! Penalty! Oh my God. VAR are going to look at this. They might disallow it, you know. It's awarded. Oh my God. Right, who's on it? You guys know we have a horrible record of penalties, at least on screen. It's going to be Martial again. Okay. This is very much like the League Cup final that Boro won in 2004. We got an early goal in the first few minutes with Job, and then we got a penalty just before 10 minutes, which Zenden scored to make it 2, and we were in dreamland. Anthony Martial to put us 2 up in only the 12th minute. Oh, he's missed it! It's saved! Oh, are we going to regret that? That could be a moment we really look back on and regret. What is it with us and penalties, man? We have a terrible record of missing them. Oh, man, that could be huge. But, I mean, we're on it. We're absolutely destroying them here. And Martial's header hits the post. I think he was offside. Oh, man, what a start, though. I mean, we've been incredible. They're having to go attacking already because of how they've started. But again, I still wonder if we're going to regret not taking our chances here and not getting that second goal. We've hit the post and we've missed a bloody penalty, man. Right, I'm going to go cautious to end the half, like we did against West Brom. They're going to have a really good spell, I feel, here to end the half. Let's not give them an easy route back into the game. Manning. Oh, Bangura keeps it in. Oh my God, they've done well there. That's a suicidal ball. How many times do we see the boys do that? Played aimlessly into midfield to absolutely nobody. And here's Danilo who takes a shot. It's deflected, thankfully. Good block there. I don't know who it was, but Dieng salvages the ball. And I think we're going to make it in. We're halfway there, ladies and gentlemen. Half time in the playoff final. Boro 1, Forest 0. They've certainly come into it, but my word, it should be 2-0. We should be 2-0 up, and it's a different game, and I'd feel so much better. But let's ensure that the game is by no means finished. We can find another gear and take control. Yes. I think that's a good word to say, and I have faith in you, Martial. Go and get that second goal. We're going to go back to balanced, and here we go. 45 minutes away from the Premier League. What I would do to see a second goal go in. It's been a quiet first 15, and we're on the hour. Nothing to report as yet. When do we look to make a change, I wonder? I think with 15 minutes to go, putting a ball winner in front of the back four is a good move. So we're going to stick Lewis O'Brien in front of the back four. McGree's doing alright, to be fair. I'm going to put Lath on. I've got a feeling Lath's going to do something, you know. Stick him on the right, Palestri on the left. Yeah, let's do that. Oh boy. We're going to have to park the bus soon enough. I really do think we're going to have to park the bus soon. McGree is tired. Right, 10 minutes. Is this when we park it? I think we park it. I think we've got to. This is it. I mean, this is a £120 million game or whatever the hell it's touted as. So we've got players on the bench and we can do this. So I'm going to take off McGree, swap him for O'Brien, drop McGree into a back five, swap Vandenberg and stick him in the middle, and then bring McGree off for Nathan Ferguson. So we've got a back five. The full-backs are going to defend. O'Brien then moves into a midfield 2 as a ball winner. I think we'll keep the rest as is for now. Okay. And I also think we're going to slow it down. Game management. Okay. Do we go cautious? No. Keep it as is. Keep it as is. We've flipped it to a back five. And we're in at stoppage time. 2 minutes. I think we're going to do it. We are Premier League. Yes! We have won it. The playoff final. Redemption. Redemption for last season. Losing in this very game. Coming back 1 year later against a Forest side full of talent. Recently relegated. And for all I thought, they were going to go back up. And we've beat them in the biggest game in football in England. And I tell you what, it was a tight game. They didn't really do much overall. We had a really good start and I guess took our chance when it come. Dieng delivered. The back four were incredible when we needed them to be. And Hayden Hackney, who has been really underwhelming throughout the season, has turned up and done the business at the end of the season. And the man himself, Martial, what a great free signing, and he has guided us and scored the goal that has got us promoted. Oh my God. What do you even say? Outstretched arms, we're going up, congratulations. Party, get pissed. Whatever you want to do, you defended well, you were absolutely incredible, you bossed the midfield. Oh, you scored the winning goal, well done Anthony Martial. We are going up to the Premier League. Oh my God. How does it feel? I'm absolutely over the moon. I never thought we weren't going to win. And there it is. Middlesbrough Football Club are back in the big time. And oh look, suddenly we've got players who want to stay. We win the playoff final. We end the hoodoo. And initially we've got a budget coming from the board. I mean, is this going to stick? 900 grand a week wages. 40 million pounds of transfers. I mean, it's a different ball game, innit? It's a different ball game. I mean, we had 6 million left over already, so we've only really got 33 million added on. I don't know if that's a lot, you know, given the market we're going to have to shop in to have a squad good enough. But we've done it. View manager timeline. Let's have a little look. I don't think we looked at this last season. So living the dream. Starting to impress. We all remember the Sunderland defeat, don't we? Setting records in the Carabao Cup. Moving into 2024. Beating Blackburn late on last season. Yeah, Force becoming the top goal scorer. Let's have a look. Fast forward to this season. I think it's somewhere around there, August, isn't it? Yeah. Bringing an assistant manager in. Raking it in, getting the money, getting the record number of transfer fees. Now a 100th game, of course. And finishing it off with promotion. Which means the season goes on. It goes on. We're promoted. I can't believe it. And our win against Plymouth was the pivotal match. And you know what? That's not bad, to be fair. That makes sense because it was the final game of the season. And why is this not in order? There we go. It was one of our final games of the season. And it was the first game that I remember seeing us playing like the old Boro. And maybe that gave us the confidence to go into the playoffs and do what we did. Barlaser now wants to stay. Whether he does or not, I don't know. I mean, we really have to upgrade the squad now. I mean, it's going to be one hell of a transfer special. But they're delighted that we've won promotion 1 year ahead of schedule. Delighted that we've gained automatic promotion. That's somehow 3 years ahead of schedule. Don't know how that works. And obviously the boys have all got a bonus for promotion. And there we have it, guys. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. The squad planning is going to have to start, and a lot of the players that we've transfer listed or put on the scout report shortlisted, we're going to have to go after quite a lot of them. We really, really are. But sadly, we don't win every award. Anthony Martial fell just short of the Golden Boot. Iheanacho nicked that with 30 goals. Martial got 27. And Matthias Tell got 25. He's a really good player, by the way. An unbelievable young talent for Nottingham Forest. Martial was in Team of the Year, which is awesome. It was dominated by Leicester players. Dale Fry, remember him? He got it as well. And Madivadua, that guy, won Young Player of the Year from Hibernian. I'm sure he's on loan at Leicester. And yeah, I don't know who's he. Oh, he's a youngster. Yeah, trigger that, whatever. Martial's got a bonus as well for getting into Team of the Year. Fair enough, I chucked that in to sweeten up. Didn't exactly think he would get it done, but he did. And then all of a sudden now we have to look at this squad planner in detail and pretty much upgrading every position going into the Premier League. And I mean, we might need a better goalkeeper. It's hard to say that, but we might do now that Seny Dieng is 30. We're definitely going to need a better right back. I feel like Rav could maybe continue to step up. Lenihan, I think he's maybe a little bit too old and not quite good enough for Premier League standards, so we might need a centre-back in. I think left-back, Manning might be good enough, but we might need strength there. And I think even in midfield, I think Hackney can take the step up. McGree's obviously going to leave, which is going to help our transfer budget big time. But I think we're going to need some depth in there. It's such a shame Pellistri has agreed a move already to go to Porto, because he could have definitely stepped up and been the difference maker, but he's obviously going to go. Isaiah Jones will definitely make the step up, but we're going to need a better left winger. And in fairness, Anthony Martial, I think, will do a job for us in the Premier League, but I feel like we are going to need someone maybe a bit better to compete with him, because I just have a feeling Force will probably leave this summer. I just feel like that's going to happen. But there we go, guys. Unbelievable. I can't believe we've done it. I really didn't think we would. When we were limping towards the end of the season, I didn't think it was going to happen. But we're a B+ with the board. Surprised we're not an A, but they're not happy that we haven't signed enough players under the age of 23. And the Boro fans are so bloody fussy, aren't they? I guess 3 of these we can't be judged upon, but we finished above Sunderland, which is at least the main objective. Maresca gets manager of the season. That doesn't surprise me, given how unbelievably dominant they've been, and we do have our end of season review here. So let's have a little look at this. So obviously we made a lot of transfers over the summer. Most of them have done alright, but Pellistri and Martial, the 2 boys from Man United, are the standouts. Pellistri, the star man. But it is highlighting Ryan Manning up here, who's done pretty well. Scott McKenna too has done a good job. Tommy Doyle, maybe he's someone we can look to get permanently actually next summer. Consistency. We do have to bring obviously better quality in, but there are a lot of players who could maybe step up. Obviously we know a lot of players left. McNair, he's done alright at Troyes. Fry's done exceptionally well at Leicester. And the season results, obviously, as you guys know, we were fantastic to start the season. We charged our way to the top of the league at one point, and we didn't look like stopping, and it all went wrong, didn't it, around this Bristol City defeat, which come out of nowhere, and then the rest of the season was pretty horrible, to be fair, but we can all look back and laugh now. We finished 4th, of course. The board expected us to reach the playoffs, which we did. 77% home attendance. The board are delighted. A- there in terms of board confidence. Martial, top goal scorer. We already know that, of course, Watford, Hull and Swansea got relegated. We've gone up with Blackburn and Leicester. In terms of the FA Cup, I think we nailed our expectations. We were knocked out in the 5th round by Arsenal after beating Watford, and Luton got a B- there. And Carabao Cup, I don't think we hit expectations. Even though they were pleased, we did get at the 2nd round. We beat Bradford but lost to Burton, which was a terrible draw or defeat, really. Biggest win was 5-2 over Hull in the Championship. Match to remember, obviously, was the playoff final. Yeah, that's the playoff final. And goal of the season actually come in the 4-1 win over Bristol City, and it was Tommy Doyle who scored that. Can we have a little look back at that? Is it going to show us? No, doesn't look like it's going to show us. What a shame. I'd love to have seen that goal back, but we're not going to see it. Finances. So the club's reputation's gone up, as it will. Now we're getting promoted to the Premier League. No notable sponsorships as yet. Biggest selling shirts were Martial, McGree, Force Jones and Hackney. We've increased sponsorship over the season. Lost broadcast revenue. That's going to shoot up with the Premier League, of course. But corporate and hospitality, competition prize money and match day revenue's gone up. The lineup looks like this. So Senny Dieng was the goalkeeper. Arroyo, Lenihan, McKenna and Manning were the back four. Lenihan the best of the bunch. O'Brien was played in front of the back four more often. McGree had a fantastic season, didn't he? In the end, he was the better of the midfield too, with Doyle alongside him. And obviously, the front three were immense, with Jones, Palestri and Martial up top. And the club awards then. So Isaiah Jones got Fans Player of the Season. Young Player of the Season went to Palistri. Signing of the Season went to Martial. Tommy Doyle got that Goal of the Season, of course, which we still can't view, annoyingly. Top goal scorer Martial with 30. Top assists Palestri with 17, which I think might be a record. Yeah, it is. That's awesome. Isaiah Jones got the highest average team rating. Lenihan was the best pass completion. And Manning won worst discipline. Good for him. And history in the making then. So, BBC Tees, they say it's important to get off to a good start, but it rings true as ever for Middlesbrough as they celebrate winning promotion. And Taylor Buttersworth from TalkSport said once Middlesbrough got rolling early in the season, it looked hard to stop them going on to this success. Which is true, I think. Obviously, we've already seen the managerial timeline, and that is that. So we've seen the season review. Supporters, hardcore fans have come down, core and fair-weather fans have gone up, family fans have gone down, and we do have a club vision and expectations meeting. So then, play defensively solid football is the new objective. So we might have to alter our style of play going into next season, which is usually free-flowing and attacking. We're going to have to really put a focus on bringing in good defenders and maybe adjusting to a more counter-attacking style. And, well, that's the next point. So I'm happy to do that. That is definitely the way to go, because I don't believe if we try and play our way, I don't think we'll be able to match the quality that we're going to go up against. We have to simply adjust if we want to stay up. Work within the wage budget, obviously. The contract stuff's pretty much as is. And they want to attempt us to avoid relegation pretty much between now and the end of time, which I'm fine with, because your first season in the Premier League is all about finishing 17th and just staying up by any means necessary. Club atmosphere, excellent. Managerial support is good. End of season meeting, let's discuss it with the boys. So I'm hoping they're all going to be... What's up with Force? I hope this isn't a waste of our time. He's such a grumpy so-and-so, isn't he? You know what? You might just have to be sold, because you're just destroying the vibe, Force. We've just got promoted, for heaven's sake. I'd like to talk about our Premier League games. And he's happy now. And I wouldn't say stay up comfortably. I think I have faith. I don't think we can avoid a relegation battle. Let's just... You've all done brilliantly to get us promoted, and even though we'll probably come back down, I don't want to say that either. We're not going to probably come back down. I'm delighted with promotion. You've all done really well, and I'll have to strengthen the squad over the season if we're to Hutton. Done brilliantly. Gets promoted. Hopefully when you get back. You've all done brilliant to get us promoted, and even though... No, I don't want to say that. Let's just keep it simple. Looking ahead to next season, I'm optimistic we can avoid relegation. come off it. We all know we're favourites to relegation. Okay, yeah, let's back off. I just want I just want everyone's absolute best in an effort to avoid relegation. Wow, that nearly went terribly. Yeah, we'll settle on that, I think. Christ. Yeah, that's it for now. Go on holiday before I upset any more of you. Dearie me, that nearly went terribly. Okay, we'll move into end of season break. Obviously, the boys are going to Netherlands. Very nice. Nice for them. And I think that might be where we'll leave it in terms of the Boro. We will have a little nose around now to see what happened elsewhere. Hackney's linked with a move to Southampton. I mean, why he would, drop back down to the Championship is beyond me. But let's have a look to see what happened elsewhere in the world of our FM save then. So we had a little brief look at this earlier. But in the Premier League, where we will be joining next season, of course, Liverpool won the title, interestingly enough, beating Man City by 5 points in the end. They qualify for the Champions League along with Arsenal and Aston Villa, who are in the Champions League. Chelsea have to settle for Europa, as do Tottenham and Brentford, who've made the Conference League. They're the team we want to emulate next season, definitely. Newcastle make the Champions League. Sadly, they won the Carabao Cup. And that's wrong, because Newcastle should always be known as trophy virgins. So that's a bit disappointing, if I'm honest. Man United finished 9th. Oh dear. As we well know, Leeds stayed up, Norwich stayed up by a point. Burnley, Fulham and Birmingham will be passing us on the way up. So that's funny, because Birmingham beat us in the playoff final, didn't they? We know from our league, of course, what happened. Watford, Hull and Swansea went down. A real surprise, that, I've got to be honest. And coming up, replacing us in the Championship, should I say, Oxford go up as champions, Blackpool and Peterborough join them. Peterborough going up via the playoffs. Shrewsbury, Carlisle, Stevenage and Northampton go down into League 2. Cambridge, Bradford and Port Vale went up, along with Notts County, who won the playoff final. So they're now up into League 1, which is pretty exciting for them. Wrexham, still in League 2, lol. Woking and Accrington Stanley got relegated out of the Football League. Accrington Stanley out of the Football League, eh? We don't have the National League saved in terms of a viewable division, but Hartlepool have finished third 2 years in a row. Bless them. Boreham Wood and Harrogate go into the Football League. And as for the domestic cups, Carabao Cup, as we know, I thought Newcastle won this. Chelsea won the Carabao Cup actually, beating Arsenal on penalties. I don't know where I got Newcastle winning a trophy from, because City won the FA Cup, beating Chelsea. Interesting, unless it was a Europa League thing. Let's see who won the Europa Conference League. So that, it's to be decided between Valencia and Fenerbahce. Europa League, that's what they won. That's sad, isn't it? Newcastle beat West Ham in an all-English Europa League final. And in the Champions League, Liverpool play PSG with the chance to do the double. Awesome. So, that is it, guys, for Season 2. And I am absolutely delighted to say that we are continuing on, and we will be continuing on in the Premier League next season. So we're going to be back with a transfer special next time out, and I mean, it's going to be mental, isn't it? Trying to spend the money that we've got, which isn't an awful lot, I think, but we're going to have to make do to try and build a squad that will compete and be good enough to stay in the Premier League next season. We're going to have to change our tactics up, get ourselves ready tactically for the Premier League as well, and then after that, it all kicks off, and we need to get used to not winning every week, because it could be tough next season. We just have to stay up by any means necessary. But Project Boro will continue. We'll probably take a little bit of a break and come back in a few days' time. But yeah, it's going to roll on, and we're going to be in the Premier League, which is absolutely amazing. But that's it for now, guys. So if you've enjoyed this video, do hit the like button and subscribe for much more. A big thank you for all the support on the series so far. I know you guys really enjoy it, and you'll be delighted to see that it rolls on into another season. And we will keep it going as long as we keep going up and we don't get sacked at any point, which did nearly happen last season, of course. But yeah, subscribe for more if you're new. We do have another save, of course, here on the channel, our Journeyman series, where I'm the manager of Darlington at the moment, and I'll be focusing on that over the next few days while we take a bit of a break from Project Boro. But it will be back in a few days' time, so keep your eyes out for that. But yeah, leave me a comment below with your thoughts as well, and a big thank you for watching. Do take care, guys, and I'll see you all next time when our Premier League journey begins.